Paul, it's a 3-2 defeat at home to Alfreton Town, and you've just said there that you're perhaps maybe as disappointed as you've been after any games so far this season.
Yeah, that's the most frustrated and disappointed and angry I think I've been. I felt we were a better team first half and deserved the lead without playing great and without it being a great game. And then you come out in the second half, and I've had a bit of a go at them at half time because I just felt we were accepting of how the game was going. It was very scrappy, very stop-start. You know, we were just sort of accepting of how Alfreton wanted to play. We were giving stupid fouls away, trying to win balls that we couldn't win on the halfway line, which then you give a free kick away on the halfway line, and then that's when Reid comes into his own on the edge of the box. But we've come out at half time, we scored a goal 2-3 minutes into the half, and you know, you're looking at it and you're thinking we're in a great position here. But then we do it again. We've given another stupid foul away from being out of position, raising a foot, and yet we might not have touched them, but we're in a daft position. I don't know where we were in the line. Pigo gives a foul away for raising his foot. They put the ball in the or towards the box. I've seen the ball at Liam's arm, but it's not like he's swung an arm to it. He's gone up for the ball and it's come onto his arm. And I don't know how the ref can give the pen from where he's at, because he's sort of deep. He's not looking along the line, and he certainly didn't consult the linesman. So, you know, a penalty from our own daft play, and then, you know, you have to go like that for the second because it's a worldie. He won't score another one like that. But then for the third, you know, Berkey knows he's got to do better for the first one. He's let it bounce. But if he's in that position and you know it's down the side, you've got to stop the crossing, because once he stands it up, that's what Reid does. He's played hundreds and hundreds of games and scored a lot of goals on the ball stood up on the back post, because he's that big and strong. He'll get above anybody. So, you know, from being in such a strong position to losing the game was massively disappointing. Doesn't do it justice.
I mean, I can see it in your face. You know that you know you're wearing that one. I mean, it was a proper mixed bag, wasn't it? I mean, because there were opportunities, there were you know, chances in the first half that maybe we didn't make the most of. But it's the defence, isn't it? Again, that's been the issue there. It
isn't. It is the defence, because you know, but there's certain situations where we've had opportunities to relieve the pressure from the defence by taking chances and things like that. So when you're down the bottom of the league and you're vulnerable and people throw things into the box and things don't go your way, there's a reason why they don't go your way. And that's a steeliness which at times we've had and at times we haven't. And the teams at the top have that consistency of being solid and being dependable. Even when they've not played well, the teams at the top win that 2-0 because they've took a 2-0 lead. Where we are, we need to somehow drive it home and drive home with conviction that we get in those leads in front. You know, we've got to die to keep hold of them, because at the minute today certainly that was just nowhere near what we need to be at.
I mean, you said about that the game with Cers National on Tuesday that some of that was there. It's just a mentality thing, I would guess.
It is. It is, and I said it outside on the radio. On Tuesday night, we didn't have a bad performer. Tonight or today, we've had Ozzy get a couple of goals. Could have got a hat-trick with the last corner. And you've had Brendan, you know, make a couple of assists. But after that, have we had anybody who's stood out, or anybody who's grabbed hold of the game or held us together when we need it? We haven't. But we shouldn't need to score more than 2 at home to win games.
it's a week off now. It's the first game without any Tuesday game, so and not so much a week off, but you've got two opportunities to work with the players this week, and Brackley Town next week. So it's not an easy fixture by any stretch of the imagination.
No, and when we're as soft as we were today with that game, Brackley are much better than Alfreton, and we've got to work on things. There's a lot of stuff to work on, a lot of things that we have worked on which we're not quite doing right, which is costing us, so we just have to keep ramming home the important parts of the game, and the stuff that gets us success in games, we've got to keep working on it, and we've got to be repetitive with it, because when we execute it on the pitch, we get success from it, and then we seem to go away from it. It's like I'm always going on. Don't go away from what works in games. Don't go away from the things that get us success. And today we've gone away from that, and we've come a cropper for it.
Sure. Just a quick word about the players who are injured. You said Theo Street's back injury kept him out today. And any word on anybody else? Anybody been closer, Kai or?
No, Kai's not looking great at the minute. We've got to find out. It looks like he's got a fracture, so that's obviously not too great. But we'll know more Monday. It's been 5 weeks now, and they missed it in the first X-ray. But he's had an X-ray and a scan last week. We'll get the results of the scan on Monday. But he had a phone call last night to say that there's a fracture there. So the severity of it we don't know yet, but we'll know more Monday on that. Boody's still sore, and obviously Theo is struggling with his back. He's like a letter S. He's got a disc problem, so obviously that's a concern.
Okay, thanks very much for your time, Paul. Much appreciated.
No problem.
Cheers.
No problem.